Alright, it is time for day 4. So, today we are going to be clearing out some DLC. Probably going to start with Pirate DLC and then maybe move on to either Tina or Torg. Kind of just depends on how we're feeling. Now, I was looking into a vendor before we started because I was trying to mess with stuff to make a thumbnail basically. And I found this gun right here, which it has a bunch of text, obviously, but the main thing I want to point out is it's a ×4 Jacobs pistol with a 6.3 fire rate, and if you zoom in, it fires faster, and also you can't move left or right or like forward or anything. You can't move, but it fires faster. So this, also it's automatic for some reason. So this kind of has me a little bit confused about why the Maggie doesn't exist in the normal way. Because this is just, well, kind of the Maggie, almost. So it's just a little confusing, but this does exist, and it is neat. So I'm hoping that it'll hold up for some DLC. And then I am going to go ahead and use the kitten. After rewatching myself use it, it was kind of stronger than I expected it to be. Even if it's not the right element, it'll still put in some work. So yeah, let's just go get started with Pirate DLC. Okay, so initially, feels... hold on. Not bad. Can't quite kill a guy in one mag, but that is because we're not like slagging anybody or like debuffing. Yeah, probably not too bad. And then once again, the kitten might not be great for small targets, but it puts in work. So anything that's like relatively decent size, like any mobs, maybe even robots, should feel good with this. Okay, so No Beard is holding a sting pot that has normal stuff going on. Hold on. I'm a little bit confused, because the one we got was a triple barrel Vladoff, and he dropped a triple barrel Vladoff. Okay, so it visually is normal in his hands, but whenever you get it, it just spawns with this barrel, which, sure, maybe against robots. Why? Okay, maybe with the B shield. Maybe with the B shield. Alright, Sandman. Probably just gonna poke you, probably. Okay, it's mostly working. There we go. My shield should stay down, or I'll just get hit by his wide melee, and we're good. At least melee is reliable. You know what? Since we're in Pirate DLC, I'm very curious about the Pimpernel. So let's go ahead and do this quest just to see what happens to it. Okay, so Hervey has a little tiny baby cannon and he's dead already. Okay. Or Hurley. Okay. Yeah, no, he's still got a health bar. That's totally fair. And there we go. So I put the game into read-only. Oh my goodness, the Pimpernel fires like normal. I might roll for a slightly better one. Just because, well, I don't need the blade or the flat-off grip. But still, thank goodness, the Pimpernel is untouched. Somehow it's untouched. Incredible. I think, actually, what I really should be doing here is we should go ahead and roll fire and corrosive Pimpernels, and then put one in the Claptrap stash, so that we can just have both copies. Just because that'll allow us to use it against anything we come across, and maybe also just use a B shield with it later on, if we need to. Jacob's Grip, crit. It's gross. Honestly, I'm just gonna take it to be done with farming, I think. So yeah, we'll just accept that. And that gives us a Fire Shock and Corrosive Pimp. So that is also kind of nice. You know, I'm also going to go ahead and farm out a Singularity, since we are at a fast travel that is right in front of an ammo vendor. So we're looking for Longbow Zero Fuse or very, very close to Zero Fuse. So hopefully we find one quickly. Ooh, hey, perfect, cool. That was actually really, really fast. Thank you. Alright, cool. So we've got a Singularity here. Right Tree is treating us real well, but we do have Pimps, and we could get Critical Ascension. Very tempting. Let's try it, actually. Alright, yeah, we've gone ahead and respect. We still have our movement speed and weapon handling out of Middle Tree here. We've got the kunai and the stuff. And then we've got critical hit damage, we've got more gun and reload for the sniper, we've got crit and reload here, we've got bore, we've got crit, fire rate, and aim steadiness while ADSing. And then we've got plus 12% mag size and plus 2 magazine size, which I don't think is worth the 4-point investment, so I might spec back out of it. Probably get something else, and then we do have critical ascension. Maybe even Arsenal would be better. Yeah, I'll just spec out of this and back into this real quick. That's a small change. And just for our equipment, we've got movement speed, we've got corrosive, we've got ruby, and we have fire. I guess I should probably pick up a new shield. The Rough Rider, funnily, could be good still if we had Fearless, but we're not quite there yet. So any shield with a capacity is going to feel nice on this character right now, until we get a B. Oh. Right, I forgot that this quest gives you Sandhawk somehow. I don't know how I forgot that, but I guess we can choose between it and a random purple. So I think obviously we know what the answer is here. So, are you the same? Oh, it's the same. Incredible. Alright, anything good? Oh, not necessarily. So, are you still the exact same grenade you were? Yes. Yes, it definitely is. Okay, just had to check. And then we've also got Captain Blade's Auto Idol, which now reduces your max health, but also gives you health on kill, which, I mean, it already gave health on kill, but that's a lot more. So that's actually kind of really nice. Especially if you're playing on a character with really bad health maintenance. That could be useful. Alright, so Roscoe. Probably just invis, kunai, and then shoot crits, and then watch boss disappear. Yeah, that's a pretty vanilla interaction there, so that is nice. And then we do have the Greed, ammo cost of 4, mag size of 1. The damage isn't high, the crit is 2.8 times though, so that's decent. I don't understand half of these guns, I'll be honest. But this is a gun. This is surely a gun that can surely shoot someone. What is that? It shoots E-Tech rails. Okay, cool. And Leviathan fight. Surely this is the exact same thing, right? Except for without the critical ascension stack, so no extra damage or crit or anything. Just some good old-fashioned aim at boss, shoot boss until no boss. That's fine. We're okay with that here. And hopefully no more Leviathan. Okay. So yeah, after we get a gun that is pretty much a vanilla feeling gun, it's not too bad. We can actually deal damage. Things feel pretty good. Overall, it's just nice. Alright, and out of the boss chest room, we do have some legendaries. That's a Psycho Com. That's a Stormfront, which I'll actually use. Fire Bee. And then... Our Necromancer. Okay, so probably not a whole lot else. And from bottom, a Bandit Rocket Launcher, which I did notice this. Apparently, if the Bandit Launchers spawn with a Vladoff barrel, they do get the ×3 still. It costs 2 ammo to shoot now, but they do get ×3. So that's odd, but okay. Alright, so for both of these raid bosses, the strats are going to be the same, whether it's level 50, level 80, OP 10, whatever it is. It's just going to be good old-fashioned singularity memes. So we'll just pull everybody together. Minus one guy, I guess, apparently. Oh well. And then just kind of try to get rid of the boss the good old way. And then repeat if we fail. There we go. Okay, so first try feels good. We get to check for stuff like that, and then I'll just get back to you. From that kill, we've got Sigil. Grants you powerful health regen for a short time when you shoot this gun. Explodes like a rocket launcher when you... okay, so yeah, it's a TD orb besides that. It doesn't ammo, so it's just a javelin that consumes 3 rockets. That's very costy, but maybe the regen is good. So let's check. So we've got a volunteer here with 1 less leg. Go ahead and just take a lot of damage and then shoot. Well, it's health regen. To be fair, it is health regen. What's the throw damage like? It's not. Okay, well, there you go. And then we did also get an evolution. So this appears to just do evolution stuff, which I greatly appreciate. I guess we can, I don't know, test it? Yeah, it's doing its thing. Just kind of an evolution. And then we finally got a relic, which provides cooldown and +4 to resourceful. And it gives bonuses to Vault Hunter skills. Must have at least 1 point spent in the skill for the effect to work. Does not visually show in your skill tree, but effect is still applied. So this works for Axton, but as for everyone else, I have no clue. And also, Zero's cooldown is so good that I probably wouldn't even notice, and it doesn't visibly show up when you have it spec'd apparently, so we just won't know, even if we do equip it at level 58. So that's a little odd. Okay, so for Master G, of course, we're just gonna kind of do the thing. Because if I had to guess, he's probably still just Master G. So I already know I just don't enjoy his fight. And so we're just gonna kind of do this. Go down here to grab more grenade. And hopefully this works. Alright, cool. So yeah, that still works. And out of that, we got a B shield. While shield is fully charged, you gain plus 100% gun damage. Okay, so that's a way for them to avoid amp stuff, I guess. And it doesn't consume shield when shot or anything, so that's just how they handle it in this mod. We've got a Devastator here, crit 2x, and it does Devastator stuff. We've got the Destroyer. This appears to be a dull assault rifle that bursts the entire mag. Incredible. Very, very cool. And then we did get another Pearl of Power. This one provides +2 Maya skills. So I guess it does show you who it's buffing. And I don't know if it's per raid boss, but it might be per raid boss, depending on like what skills it gets. So that's a little cool. I do kind of like that. It's a way to go about it, at the very least. Okay, so from both of these quests, you get nothing. You get XP and money. Fair enough. Understandable. And I guess from here, We'll still go ahead and do Tina DLC just to get a B shield farm unlocked, even though we did just get a B shield, and we see that it's just kind of eh. And also that means that our Pimpernels are not actually going to be useful in late game, because, well, plus 100% to this damage, compared to like any gun at OP anything, this is going to be nothing. So we will in fact have to get different equipment, or figured something else out at least, to try to use that. Which is unfortunate, but fair, I guess. Since we're in Tina DLC, we are going to go ahead and check out the Tina comms, just to see if they're any different, see what skills they buff, stuff like that. Okay, we've got our comms here. And they seem to give normal buffs overall. So let's see what the skills are like. So Velocity, Two Fang, and like the Wind. So you could get a little bit tankier with this class mod. You could run it with a Two Fang build, and then you could ruin a Pimpernel, or just to have a slightly higher crit and gun damage on any other gun. So that actually might not be bad. If I wanted to run a Two Fang build, I think this is definitely what I would use. Of course it is, because it's still basically the base game version, but that is still really nice to see. Okay, Pimpernel against big enemies, very nice. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. Checks out. Oh, since we're in Tina DLC, let's go ahead and get a Grog. Heh, it's a frog. Nice. Okay. So, do you still do Grog stuff if I take some damage? Okay, still get the drunk effect. Still can do drunk shenanigans with it. That's kind of nice. And then for the healing, yes, we have healing. Okay, cool. Functionally, still entirely a Grog, which I appreciate. Hold on, I'm gonna check really quick. Okay, so normal amp shields still have their basic functionality in terms of giving a flat plus to damage. So theoretically, if we just find a really low recharge delay amp, and then we run that with something that triggers cooldown on shield really fast, might not be a bad move still. Maybe we could get that going. That'd be nice. That'd be really, really nice. Alright, Goldie. Yep, just a normal Goldie fight for the most part. Go ahead and break the globe to get a crit spot. Just kind of keep playing. You know what? Since we have the Grog, let's just kind of, you know, just do the funny thing here. There we go. That's nice. It's been a while since I've had a Grog, so that was fun to do. Also, Legendary Infection Cleaner? Question mark? So, crit damage 2.0, 4 ammo cost. Shoot, why? Alright. And then it throws like a normal Meteor. Sure. This is a thing. Alright, so, for Smokey, you'll never guess what my plan is. That's right. Once again, why not? There we go. Sorcerer's Daughter. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much expected. Probably have to get a revive off of a spider every once in a while, but this is pretty much it. Okay, there we go. And we got a Slaga, which is cool. I did not check the Slaga. Seems to still probably do Slaga stuff though, so at least they left that alone. And a new cooldown and movement speed relic. Ooh. That's really nice. Yeah, that's what I've been running pretty much the entire time we've been playing. And it is so nice. Being able to move a little faster and just cool down more has been great. Handsome Sorcerer. I'm gonna disrespect him a little bit at the start here. Go ahead and break the entire shield. And actual health bar damage is good even without a drunk effect. So that feels really, really nice. And there we go. Okay. Yeah, not really a surprise. This was pretty easy considering we have a Pimp and a B-Shield. It's kind of probably just how the rest of the DLCs are going to go. And I'm going to intentionally try to avoid leveling up until we can actually clear them all, just to keep the B-Shield feeling nice and the Pimp feeling nice. Also Flacker. Still seems to do pretty much Flacker stuff. So, since we are done with Tina DLC, I have a terrible idea. What if we get a Love Thumper and then try to fight dragons? Henry the Stalker. There we go. He just drops the Love Thumper. That's actually kind of convenient. I'm still totally going to read-only farm this, but still convenient. I mean, we could just go without a dot immune against, you know, dragons. It's a bad idea. It's a really, really, really bad idea. But it's doable. I need a melee last mod first. Melee comm will be very good. Very, very important. I haven't done Grendel yet. And I probably won't use Grendel for anything else, so let's go do that for a melee comm. Oh. Okay. This is about to get a whole lot harder to farm then. Okay, that, I don't like that at all. So apparently Oselands makes it to where that can just give any class mod known to mankind, or any character. That's almost worse than just farming a vendor at this point then. So, if we think about this logically, this only makes farming class mods harder. And it's not even a thing that people do very often. They just get it once, and then they're just done. And then they have a blue comm with +6 to whatever skill they want. So this just makes it to where you have to, like, go farm a vendor, or, like, Snowman, or, like, I don't know, a really old, not as enjoyable, very slow method with no extra benefit. At least in my mind. Okay. Yeah, I don't necessarily like this. Hey, alright, cool. We got a lethal ninja comm. Sweet. Go ahead and save. And so now with this, we should be able to poke some dudes pretty well. Hopefully take on dragons. Okay, so for dragons, yep, we got our melee build, we got all of our stuff. I did re-roll a couple times to get a Bladed Grog, so hopefully that will work. We do have a Pimpernel for Broods revives if we need them. And then I did switch to a cooldown and health regen comm, or relic, rather. Hopefully that'll do a decent job of keeping us alive. So the plan is pretty basic, get Brood down for revives, focus Helianth from there, and then maybe Incinerator, and then Brood, and then Boost. And then we'll also probably just hug Brood to maintain our health pool a little bit. We are dealing how much damage to it? I'm sorry. What? So that entire plan I just had is not needed, I guess. Cool. Alright, so this guy is Incinerator. You know, he is super scary and stuff. Sure. Yeah, because, you know, like, why not? Okay. A little bit of boost action real quick. Sure. Please land. You already know what's going to happen to you. Please just land. Alright, there we go. So, I don't know if dragons are just super squish, or if our damage is just severely overtuned, or what that was. But they're gone, and that's what matters. So that's cool. I'm gonna go melee Terramorphous now, because we didn't fight him earlier, and I feel like we could. We've got an Omen. Does it do Omen stuff? Yep, that does Omen stuff. Cool. And then we've also got a Relic. It's ours. Okay. So this provides plus to Fearless, which it's not going to show. And then it also provides plus to Fast Hands. So that's kind of cool. A little bit of cooldown, a little bit of weapon swap speed and stuff like that. I'm, of course, probably not going to run this, as we have this one, or this one. But that's cool. It's probably very useful. Alright, so Terra. Alright, okay. Yeah, so this is how the game is now. Getting really close to killing blow range already. Yeah, alright. Well, that's Terra. So, we were at Tentacle Phase? The first Tentacle Phase. Well, okay, the Laser Beam Phase, rather. So, yeah. Okay, and he dropped Seraph Crystals, because, you know, why not? Cool. Alright, so we've got the Gladiator. Dealing damage to enemies applies a bleed status effect, dealing damage over time and increasing damage dealt to that enemy. Alright, that's kind of cool. I like that idea. I mean, it's still a Hyperion sniper that's pretty low damage, so maybe if I shoot this and swap to something else it'd be cool, but I'm not really sure. We've got Maya's Slayer of Terra, which has 3 plus 5 skills. Not 5, not 4, not 6, 3. So that's a thing, I guess. Sniper does okay. I guess it does okay damage. We've got Mystic Pearl Power, which also provides to Maya. Okay, but we got one from G. So this one's also the same one. So maybe they're random. They just randomly dropped one of those per, like, a different character? Probably. Hide of Terra is a Seraph now. It appears to do Hide of Terra stuff. We've got a Deliverance, probably does Deliverance stuff. Is that even slower? Nice. And the chest room has a couple more chests in it. And nothing exciting of note. Okay. Let's go turn it in. Alright, and your reward, some XP. Okay. So, today we have done 2 DLCs, we've beaten 4 raid bosses. Now I'm curious how much health Hyperius and Master G had if I didn't cheese them. Because based off of Dragons and Terra, everything feels a tad bit squishier, just a little bit. So, yeah, I guess they are. And maybe that's why some of the weapons are allowed to perform less well than they normally are. I don't know. I don't know how they tested anything. But that's pretty much it. So, yeah, that'll do it. Day 4.